Welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking something absolutely crucial, a hidden superpower that, believe it or not, every single one of you already carries around. On behalf of Dr. Mukesh Pimpliskar from Samyak Edukan, we're going to look at a force that silently shapes your future. It's completely unseen, yet it's entirely in your control. You know, we spend so much time figuring out the tech in our hands, but we rarely get a manual for the tech in our heads, right? Well, that changes today.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because when I say superpower, I'm not talking about shooting lasers out of your eyes or anything from a comic book. I mean a literal, invisible force that's operating in the background of your life 24/7. It's the thing that silently builds your confidence before you even walk into a room. It shapes your decisions when things get tough, and ultimately, it shapes your destiny. It's kind of like the filter through which you experience the entire world. And honestly, the wildest part is that most people go their whole lives without realizing they hold the remote control.
So, what is this superpower? It's your self-talk. To put it simply, it's that private conversation you're constantly having with yourself about your abilities, your dreams, your failures, and your hopes. Think about it for a second. You literally talk to yourself way more than you talk to anyone else on the planet. And this internal voice, it's incredibly powerful. It has the strength to either lift you up to your absolute greatest potential or pull you right down into a cycle of doubt. You're the author of this inner script, and we need to look closely at exactly what words you're writing.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how stark the contrast is when we actually put these two types of inner dialogue side by side. On one hand, you've got positive self-talk, I can do this. On the other, the negative, I am not capable. And look, a lot of the time, this conversation is totally unconscious. We don't even realize we're doing it. But here's the fundamental truth you've got to understand. Your self-talk eventually becomes your self-belief. Tell yourself you aren't capable enough times, and you'll believe it. Tell yourself you can figure it out, and you'll believe that too. Whatever you believe eventually solidifies into your reality. The words you use in the privacy of your own mind are quite literally building the boundaries of your world.
Section 1. The modern mental battlefield and why you need mental armor.
Because, let's face it, you weren't just growing up in a normal era. You're growing up on what Dr. Pimpliskar calls a modern mental battlefield. Just look at the daily pressures. Constant minute-by-minute comparisons. Instant judgments made in a fraction of a second. Unrealistic expectations of perfection just pouring in from every single screen. And of course, those never-ending digital distractions that literally do not stop. The pressure just piles up, layer after layer, notification after notification. In a hyper-fast world like this, positive self-talk isn't just some cute self-help trick. It's your essential mental armor. It's the shield that protects your mind from the chaos rushing at you every single minute of the day.
Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds. The science behind the superpower, psychology, and neuroscience.
So we're shifting gears from just psychological theory to hard, proven science here. This isn't just about feeling good or, being overly optimistic. There is rigorous medical data showing why this mental armor actually works. When you consciously engage in positive self-talk, you are actively rewiring your brain through neuroplasticity. The science shows it directly reduces stress, physically boosts your confidence levels, improves your focus, and actually strengthens your ability to learn new things. This brilliantly illustrates exactly why top achievers, elite athletes, massive creators, world-class entrepreneurs, why they consciously practice this every day. It's literally a performance-enhancing tool for your brain.
Section 3. The User Manual, the 4-step Samyak formula.
Okay, so how do we actually do this, say, on a random Tuesday morning when you're just feeling completely overwhelmed? Well, Dr. Pimpliskar gives us a deeply actionable blueprint. Think of it as your personal user manual for taking control of that inner voice. Let's walk through these 4 steps carefully. Step 1. Talk to yourself like your best friend. Look, if your best friend failed a test, you'd support them, right? You absolutely must offer yourself that exact same grace. Step 2. Do not believe every thought. Your mind naturally exaggerates fears just to protect you. So step back and consciously choose the thoughts that actually help you grow. Step 3. Make positive self-talk a daily habit. Use affirmations, try some mirror talk, maybe keep a gratitude journal. Small steps, but they lead to massive transformation. And finally, step 4. Break big goals into micro goals. Don't stare at the whole mountain, just focus on the very next step.
So the crucial point is how step 4 creates this really beautiful compounding loop of success. When you break things down into micro goals, you start hitting small wins. And those small wins, They systematically build your confidence. Then, as your confidence grows, it naturally reinforces your positive self-talk. You start truly believing, hey, I can do this, because, well, you've got the recent track record to prove it. And that positive self-talk becomes the exact fuel you need for long-term success. It's a self-sustaining engine of growth, and it all kicks off with engineering those tiny, everyday wins.
Section 4. Activating your inner voice to build your future.
You see, you guys are part of a generation overflowing with possibilities. Technology, opportunities, global connections, it's all completely within your reach. But listen, all the external tools in the world won't help you if your internal tool is broken. You have to master the voice inside. I really want you to internalize this mantra. I am capable, I am improving, I grow with challenges, I create my own success. Every single time you feel low, or maybe you hesitate before raising your hand, or you start doubting your immense potential, just pause. Take a deep breath and repeat this to yourself. You have to become your own biggest champion in those quiet moments of doubt.
Because as Dr. Pimpliskar so powerfully puts it, the words you speak to yourself today literally become the future you create tomorrow. Your journey is entirely in your hands, but it's steered by your mind. Dr. Pimpliskar and the whole team at Samyuk Educon wish you a life of absolute clarity, unshakable confidence, and just unstoppable success. If you can simply learn to truly believe in yourself, your entire journey is going to transform in ways you probably can't even imagine yet.
Which leaves us with one vital question. If your self-talk truly becomes your self-belief, and your self-belief undeniably becomes your destiny, what story are you going to tell yourself right now, the second this explainer ends? Will it be a story of limits, or a story of unlocking your hidden superpower? The choice and the voice is entirely yours. Thanks for joining me today. And hey, start talking to yourself like the champion you already are.